evening. Thanks for joining us on the news at 8 today, the 30th day of June 2025. I am Chidima Egeruka. First, the major headline. Fubara urges supporters to enhance peace and not crisis. Banks donate 500 million relief items to Niger State. Court grants Senator Akpoti Natasha bail on self-recognizance. We'll take our commercials and right back with the details and many more. Please stay connected.
Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium.
Welcome back. Now the details. The suspended Rivers State Governor Similaye Fubara has appealed to his supporters to accept a new peace deal between him and the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. According to the governor, he is willing to make a heavy sacrifice for a total peace in the state. He spoke while addressing his supporters known as the Simplified Family in Port Harcourt on Saturday. The banks in Nigeria have donated over 500 million in cash and relief materials to victims of recent flood in Mokwa local government area of Niger State, in a move aimed to cushioning the humanitarian impact of one of the worst flood disasters in the region in recent years. The donation was disclosed on Saturday at the Niger State Government Liaison Office in Abuja. The body of the bank executive chairman officers led by the Group Managing Director of United Bank of Africa PLC, Mr. Olivier Alaoba, presented the relief materials to the Niger State government. Alaoba, who is also chairman of the body of bank CEOs, said the support was a product of both empathy and responsibility. Osun State All Progressive Congress chieftain Mr. Olubunso Oyitiloye had said that jostling for the position of the vice president ahead of 2027 election could distract President Bola Tinubu from governance. Oyitiloye, a former lawmaker, in a statement he personally signed yesterday, tasked politicians to slow down to politicking over 2027 election, saying distracting the president could be counterproductive for the economy, which is just getting out of the woods. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday granted bail to serve recognition to suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, who represents Kogi Central Senatorial District. Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan was arraigned on a 6-count charge related to alleged cybercrime. After the charges were read, she pleaded not guilty to all counts. The charges stem from statements the senator allegedly made against Senate President Godswill Akpabio and former Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello. According to the prosecution, Akpoti-Uduaghan claimed that Akpabio instructed Bello to ensure her assassination occurred in Kogi, not Abuja, to make it appear as a local incident. The World Health Organization (WHO) announced on Monday that loneliness is responsible for at least 871,000 deaths annually worldwide. The conditions affect 1 in 6 people globally, and along with social isolation, is linked to serious physical and mental health issues. According to a recent World Health Organization Commission report, loneliness significantly increases the risk of stroke, heart diseases, diabetes, depression, anxiety, and suicide. It also impacts academic and professional performance. Lonely teenagers are 22% more likely to have lower grades, and adults experiencing loneliness often struggle to find or retain jobs. The broader economic consequences include billions in healthcare costs and lost production. The Labour Party's 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi has declared his intention to run for the president again in 2027. Speaking during a live section on the X Space on Sunday night, Obi said he is willing to serve only a single 4-year term if elected. A statement released Monday by his spokesperson Ibrahim Umar of the Peter Obi media reached, Obi dismisses rumor of a potential joint ticket with former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. He clarified that while he is open to coalition talks, they must be centered on solving Nigerians' critical issues. The People's Democratic Party crisis deepens over the position of National Secretary and the disputed 100th National Executive Committee meeting scheduled for Monday today. A major shutdown appears as imminent party leaders at odds with rivals factions planning to hold separate NEC and National Caucus meeting today in Abuja. Credible sources who spoke on conditions of anonymity due to lack of authorization to speak on the issue told The Punch that rivalry functions were actively mobilizing and preparing to attend a separate meeting. Activities at the Federal Capital Territory Administration (FCTA) came to a halt on Monday as members of the Joint Union Action Committee (JAC) protested against unpaid allowances, unresolved salary issues, and the ongoing strike by the FCT primary school teachers. The protest workers blocked access to the minister's office, preventing entry and exits, and demanded the immediate removal of Emeka Eze, the chairman of the FCT Civil Service Commission. Key issues raised by the workers included unpaid salary for certain staffs categories, withheld wages increment for health workers, delayed release of operational funds, non-payment of hazard allowances, and stalled career progression for retiring employees. Now on foreign scene, Israel announced Monday its interest in pursuing peace agreements with the neighboring Lebanon and Syria, a move that could mark a significant shift in the region after decades of conflict and hostility, with Syria under new leadership following the fall of long-term President Bashar al-Assad and Lebanon's Hezbollah. Weakened Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar said this government is seeking to expand its circle of normalization with Arab nations. Almost a week after a ceasefire was reached, Iran state media reported that at least 935 people were killed during the recent 12-day war with Israel, a devastating toll that includes 132 women, 38 children. The conflict, which began on June 13 when Israel launched a sweeping bombing campaign, targeted key military bases, nuclear facilities, and sadly residential neighborhoods across Iran. Among the dead were high-ranking military officers and nuclear scientists, but also many civilians caught in the crossfire. While on sports, the Confederation of African Football is set to launch a new trophy on Wednesday ahead of this year's WAFCON tournament, which will be played from July 5th to 26th in Morocco. CAF made the announcement on Sunday, 3 days before the unveiling. The new Total Energies CAF Women African Cup of Nations trophy will be launched on Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025 in Morocco, the host nation for this year's event. CAF said in a statement, the new trophy is part of CAF President Dr. Paris Motsip's vision to grow and develop women's football in Africa. And that sports news brings us to the end of the news at 8. Before we go, a recap on our major headline. Fubara urges supporters to embrace peace, not crisis. Banks donate over 500 million relief items to Niger State. Court grants Senator Natasha Akpoti bail on self-recognition. For these and many more, log on to our website at www.abntv.com.ng or follow us on all our social media platforms displayed on your screen. I am Chidima Egeruka. You have a pleasant night rest and stay safe.